classical economists, they came after the classical revolution. The revolution against what? This is a revolution against mercantilism. Mercantilism. What is mercantilism? Mercantilism is based on the idea of Bullionism. And second, system to earn more income. What is the Bullionism? Bullionism is to collect or earn more profit through precious stones. Bullionism is a idea how to collect more precious stones, metals, so that the state can become more and more richer. So against this idea, that is a mercantilism, the new thought came, that is called classical revolution. And as I said you, these are the Adam Smith, David Ricardo and John Stuart Mills. Here we have to study on the basis of this classical macroeconomics, that is output and employment. Okay. This classical macroeconomics is based on first that is called production function. Production function. Production function. How the output is determined in the economy, that is on the basis of demand and supply, and how demand is derived, how the supply curve is derived. First we see the production function, and this production function is y equal to function of k bar n, where k bar is a state of technology, and bar denotes a constant. This technology is constant, and n, y is national income, and n equal to number of labor force. Okay. This production function has been taken to derive the demand curve. Okay. And this is constant, k bar is constant. It means that output of the economy wholly dependent on the number of labor force. Means as the labor will increase, output will also increase. So first we shall see the table, how we explain the things about the output and employment in the economy. So like this table is, like here we say, first table, number of labors, output, this is a, you can see like this, n, number of labor, y, output, and third column is, that is delta y by delta n. This is called MPN. Number level like 0, 1, 6. Why is, since number of labor is 0, definitely if you put the number of labor is 0, since labor is the only, n is the only variable factor, then definitely output will also be 0. And this one is like output is 10, 20, 28, 33, 34 and 32. And this we can take like A, B, C. There are different points. Delta y by delta n, that is marginal product of labor. This can be drawn like this. This will be, that is 10, 10, sorry, this will be like this, 10, 10, that is 8, 5, 1, minus 2. How this has been drawn? Marginal product of labor, marginal product of labor. Okay. Now, here I am again I am explaining before you the meaning of the delta y. Delta y is change in output. Here is the output like 10 minus 0, and delta n is change in labor. Labor column is here, that is 1 minus 0 equal to, this is 10, this is 1, then delta y by delta n equal to 10 by 1 equal to 10. By the same process, we can derive the other numbers. Now we plot these informations of the table through a diagram. In the diagram here, we shall show, that is one side output, vertical axis output, and horizontal axis employment. This is n, and this is like 1, 2, 3, 6. Here we shall show output, high, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, 30. And approximately the curve will be like this. This will be two, then that will be 5 okay. This is a constant return. Diminishing return, and this will show negative return. And this is production function. N. And this one is like delta n, and this one is delta y. Okay. Now, this from this production function we can derive that is a marginal product of labor curve. Marginal product of labor curve. Here you can show. Okay. Here again employment. And here again we shall see marginal product of labor, MPN. The classical economist has derived the demand curve through marginal product of labor. Then the marginal product of labor curve will be like this. This is a 2, 4, 6, 10. This will be like this. Then it's like this. This is a marginal product of labor curve N. This again shows constant return, diminishing return, and negative return. Negative return. Okay. Now we have to derive the demand curve. Now, how the demand curve will be derived? The classical economists, they have explained how the employment in the economy will be determined in the labor market. Then, what will be the characteristics of labor market? They said that this labor market should be works well. First feature of the labor market is market works well. Second, firms and individuals optimize. Third, appropriate information about the market. Okay. These are the features. Now, how the labor demand curve can be derived? We have to see how the labor demand curve can be derived. Derivation of labor demand curve in a classical model. Classical model. As I said you, in classical model, labor demand curve is derived through MPN, marginal product of the labor curve, and the purchaser, the firms are purchaser of the labor, they demand the labors, and in the perfect competition, marginal cost of labor input equal to marginal revenue. In the perfect competition, marginal cost of labor revenue, marginal cost of unit of output equal to marginal revenue, and in perfect competition also marginal equal to product price, marginal revenue equal to product's price. P. These are the conditions of the perfect competition. Therefore, since labor are the only variables in the market, the labor cost is the market cost, then marginal cost of the firm is marginal cost of firm, MCI, marginal cost of firm MCI equal to W by marginal product of MPNI, marginal product of the labor. Okay. And condition of short run profit maximization, condition of short run profit maximization, condition of short run profit maximization of a perfectly competitive firm. Of a perfectly competitive firm is P equal to MCI. Right? And this one is equation 2, this one is equation 3. If we substitute equation 2 in equation 2a, we shall have the value P equal to W by MPN, marginal labor, that is MPNI. This is equation 3. Now, since we have to derive the demand curve for the labor, we multiply both sides of the equation 3 by MPN, that is MPN into P equal to W into MPN by MPNI. And also we divide the equation 3 by P, price P, that is equal to P, and this will be P. This will be cancelled out, and now the equation 3 can be written as MPN equal to W by P, W by P, and W by P is the real product. W by P is equal to real product. Okay. This W by MPN is the demand curve of labor or demand, and W by P is real wages. Now, again with a diagram we can show it. With a simple diagram. In this diagram, one side we show W by MPN and below is employment. This will be number of laborers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is N. And on the vertical axis we shall show that is marginal product of labor and real wages both. Here like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now, first we plot it. This is, for example, at 2 and 3 from here, and this will be like this MPN. At point 8, this is W by P and MPN 8, and this one is a condition is MPN equal to W by P. This is MPN curve. Now you have to see this like now we shall see here in the diagram at This is the point of equilibrium, and if marginal product of labor, two conditions, MPN is greater than W by P. If MPN is greater than W by P, the firm will increase the number of laborers, because firm is not getting profit equal to the real wage rate. Therefore, the firm will increase the number of laborers, and again this will be equal to W by P. The second case is here you see that this MPN is greater than W by P. In this side again, in case 2, this MPN is less than W by P. Here MPN is less than W by P. It implies that the firm will reduce the number of laborers. In this side, the firm will increase to get more profit. In the rightward sides, from the equilibrium point, this is the equilibrium point N star. If the more labor are employed, it means that the firm will have to bear the loss. Hence, the firm will reduce the number of labor force, and again the equilibrium will be achieved. By this process, the firm will derive the demand curve, and this way the demand, then demand for labor equal to function of W by P, and this is there is an inverse relation between real wage rate and demand for labor. If the real wage rate is lower, demand for labor will be higher by the firm. Lower means here, if the real wage rate is higher, then the demand for labor will be less. If the real wage rate is less, the demand for labor will be higher. This is, by this process we derive the demand curve of the labor. Okay. Now we shall derive the supply curve. Supply curve we shall discuss in the next class, how to derive the supply curve. Thank you. Try to understand the concept. Concept is very important for civil services. Once you are getting the good concept, it will be very easy to solve any question for you. Okay. Wish you all the best. Thank you.